Like, the person behind it all actually killed her dad in front of her or some shit, and she found out about the second despair, and then the guy wiped her memories.
Interesting.
This one's empty, though, so we don't have to worry about the second locker. That belonged to the previous students, right? So why am I seeing this? Why are there things in lockers that look like they belong to the people here? Notebook that seems like it belongs to Hiro. Pocketbook that seems like it belonged to Kyoko. Has to be some kind of explanation, but if I want to find that out, I'll have to keep moving the investigation forward. I have to believe in everyone.
Interesting. I think that's all that's in here.
Yeah, I don't think... Oh, no, there's one more locker.
Yeah, but
I don't see anything. Okay. Yeah, these ones I couldn't get into, and I don't think I can get into that one. Yeah, okay. We're good here.
Well, that's all we got on the second dorm floor, so...
Yep, that's absolutely everything. We could try and see if Kyoko wants to talk, but...
I think it's way too early.
Yeah, it's probably way too early. We've only been gone a couple seconds. Probably in game time, we've only been gone a
Well, here's the
couple minutes.
thing. There's a whopping, like, 4 rooms total here. Cover some more time. There's a whopping, like, 4 rooms total here. How on earth did Kyoko investigate so long to the point where she almost missed the entire trial?
Trying to figure out the password on her dad's laptop.
Yeah, but no, you can only try so many at a certain time.
Yeah, but if she was very preoccupied in it, I could see her spending a few hours here.
This whole thing took, like, upwards to...
A couple days.
5 hours, at least. And you're saying she spent 5 hours just guessing passwords is ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's Kyoko we're talking about, so I believe it. But I still think it's ridiculous.
The thing is, she wouldn't have come all the way back here just to go all the way back. That would have attracted attention, so she probably just stayed over there.
Yeah.
Regardless if she was investigating or not, she probably, like, wandered around the room or something.
Right.
Maybe
Like
took a nap.
This is epic background music for the fun investigation.
Yeah.
Like electric guitar.
We could try the data room, see if that...
There's a lot of doors that are unlocked now that we can check. We got the data room, the bio lab, the whatever else room is locked.
Nothing important. This is
Monokuma's door. That door is always unlocked, but we really don't want to go in there. Who knows, if we go in there, he might start the trial early.
Right.
I'd also like to point out how completely worthless the VHS
Wait, every
room
door's
was.
unlocked?
Oh, come on, it's not
Every
that easy.
door's unlocked!
It's not unlocked.
It's not unlocked.
That's not a door.
The entrance is still blocked by that giant metal slab.
It's a slab, not a door. But I was just about to say, how worthless of a room was that VHS recording room?
Yeah, it didn't have much in it.
It was there for the motive, and that was it.
Yeah.
We never once entered there again.
I could go in the girls' locker room, lol.
Well, Makoto won't.
Oh yeah, he wouldn't, but it's possible to get there now.
Doors are unlocked.
I don't need to go into any of those rooms. Maybe check the archive later.
Maybe.
That's probably where Byakuya is at.
How
right
about
now.
that? You think there'd be any
Rec
clues
room,
in
no.
that room that we thought was the tragedy? The destroyed classroom?
Yeah, I'm just slowly making my way up to the 5th floor just because I don't want to mess a room that previously had been locked, but I forgot about it.
Right. Monokuma room, we definitely need to check.
We need to check this one. Maybe his office, that's unlocked now.
The bio lab.
The chemistry lab down there, we've already been in.
Yeah. But this is probably a very important room.
Yep, and Hina's here.
You're looking around too?
Is that what you're doing here?
Yeah, I can't help but wonder about the Monokuma door.
Yeah.
So I figured, if all the doors in school have been unlocked, that one should open too, right?
But
Although I couldn't bring myself to open it. Because it might explode, right? And that'd really suck. So you open it.
Gotcha. I'm sure she didn't mean it, but she sounded like she was okay with me getting blown up. Yep, let's open it. Okay, so I guess I'll open it.
Let me take cover first. I don't want to get exploded.
Hina raced over to the nearby desk and hid underneath it.
Gears of War, taking the crocodile.
Everything will be okay, right? Alright, here goes nothing. If he said that... Yeah. If he said that all the doors were unlocked, he's not going to set one to blow up.
Easier than I expected.
Besides, if one person blowed up, everyone else could get into the room afterwards.
There we go. Yeah, but that's just Hina being Hina.
This is probably how he controls the Monokuma robot.
You got the left paw, the
Yeah.
right paw.
No explosion, thankfully. My first impression was...
This place is totally sci-fi.
I was kind of thinking the same thing.
Okay, there's a lot of different things. Let's press the button to see what we can interact with. Oh, 2 things, and we can talk to Hina.
There's a floor thing and then the actual monitor. We'll talk to Hina first.
I mean, every part of the school leaves a bad taste in my mouth, but this place is like #1 gross. It's in a whole different league of creepy. What if they just decided to destroy all these controls? Then no one can control Monokuma. Like, yeah, it's probably breaking school regulation, but can't do anything about it. Monokuma's broken.
Some kind of hatch on the floor, but right now I'm more concerned about that weird device. You know, that is true.
You can't cause Monokuma to explode without the controls.
No, who was controlling Monokuma during the class trials?
What do you mean?
Everyone has to be present at a class trial.
Yeah, but doesn't Monokuma just run off the script during that bit? He says the same thing each time, including the tutorial bit.
He says the same thing every time, but he has interjected several times that wasn't scripted. Like, giving away too much, or,
well, up until
hell,
now,
the last class trial, he was just like, okay, come on, get back to the normal.
Up until
Quit
now,
talking, no chit-chat, hello.
Up until now, it could have easily been...
It could have been the second person.
Yeah. Ikusaba.
Makuro Ikasaba.
It could have been her the entire time.
But...
now that she's dead,
she was dead in the last trial, and everyone was present during that trial. They couldn't have possibly done it.
Mysteries that need to be solved. Questions.
I'm thinking someone who we thought was dead is not dead. That has to be the case. Unless there were 17 people, but he said specifically there are only 16 people here.
16 students.
16 students, right. And they're the only ones who've taken steps in the school since it began.
You think that red M stands for Monokuma?
Most likely. I mean, it's not Red Rocket. Or...
Team Rocket. Blasting off at the speed of despair.
Despair.
Okay, well, let's investigate the computer. Maybe they'll just have a username and we can figure it out that way.
Hero.
It was Hero all along!
It's like some kind of control panel. It's really over the top, though. Like some kind of military installation or something.
Kind of looks like a mech cockpit, right? Hifumi probably freak out if he saw it.
Cockpit? The Monokuma room has a control panel that looks like some kind of cockpit. That could mean...
Alright, let's start poking at it or whatever. I'm gonna start pushing buttons.
Hold on, you can't just do whatever something like this. It's too late. Hina was already jamming away on the control panel. Did you hear that? Yeah, I think it came from the other room. What did you push? Not totally sure, but I think it was one at the bottom that says Data Center.
Data Center?
Stood at the control panel, and I saw a bunch of buttons, which each with the name of a room next to it. Just like Hina said, there was one labeled Data Center. This would be the one she pushed, but the Data Center, it's right next door. The room we were just in, it's what this strange noise came from. I'd probably go check it out. Kind of scared out of my mind right now, so I'll just cheer you on from over here. Right. We can turn... it's the Monokuma controls. I would probably just heard Monokuma in here moving around.
Did I just hear what I think I heard?
Yep, Monokuma's just here.
Is that Monokuma?
But no one's here to control him, so... Give me all your donuts.
Is that you, Hina?
Oh man, busted. How did you know?
What is this, some kind of remote control camera kind of setup?
Don't even know what you're controlling? I mean, I can't really see anything from in here.
Found it.
Ah, guess what I found? A self-destruct button. Whatever you do, don't push it.
Too bad.
Oh man.
Are you seriously gonna push it? Anyway, I guess that settles it. Room with the Monokuma drawing on it, and the control panel inside is how we control Monokuma.
Well, we better go check on Hina.
Before she clicks the self-destruct button.
That would have been bad. Why don't we take a Monokuma in there and self-destruct it onto the controls?
It's destroying evidence. We should probably go through and keep
How
this
would
room.
you punish them without a Monokuma bomb? Think about it.
Yeah, but there's gotta be multiple Monokuma dolls.
Yeah, but if you destroy the controls...
Because he's blown up once.
If you destroy the controls, you can't self-destruct.
Yeah, but...
That's what I don't get.
It's probably all made of titanium.
Yeah,
Shut up.
It probably is.
Hey, Makoto, what the heck was that just now? Monokuma. What do you mean? You were just controlling just now. It was Monokuma. Monokuma? For real? Yep, it looks like that panel definitely controls Monokuma. Which means the Mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. They were definitely in here. The Mastermind is controlling Monokuma from this room. So
somebody just camped in this room the entire time.
That's the thing, though. If everyone was present at the class trial, that implies someone either A... No, the only possible way, unless Monokuma was lying, which he wouldn't have done on his broadcast, would be that someone who is dead is not dead.
And this control room is totally separate from the data center with all the monitors. Completely separate. In other words, it's a control room.
Hey.
Can't monitor us control Monokuma at the same time.
Yeah, that makes sense. He just has a small little camera.
So he sees on monitor, hey, someone's screwing up, goes to Monokuma, clicks that room, and goes, hey, what's up?
But the Mastermind's been controlling Monokuma from here. That means they've been inside the school this whole time, right?
In hindsight, that does seem like a crappy way to set up the controls, but I can understand it because you need a whole room to control Monokuma.
With all the different things he's able to do. I guess that would have to be true, but if that is true... Very polarizing approach.
In the Mastermind, Monokuma's puppeteer really is the 16th student. Can't be, there's no way, right? See, for an extent, 16 definitely could have been the one controlling Monokuma for the majority of the game.
Right.
But after 16 died, that moment is when Monokuma actually started coming alive, and there's no alibi for any... You know?
Right.
There's no alibi. Or everyone has an alibi for the moment that happened, because at the class trial, he was still functioning. He doesn't have, like, an auto mode at that point. So if he does respond to anything... Like, I can understand the announcements and everything that was pre-recorded. But in a class trial, that is physically him. Or the person controlling him.
Right.
Which implies there's another person here. There has to be someone who is dead, but not dead. That has to be the solution to that. Because they couldn't, like, remote control him from that room. Setup is too complex. Plus, you know, speaking to a microphone in the middle of a class trial to make Monokuma talk wouldn't work.
Strong, Makoto. I don't like that face you're making.
Oh no, it's nothing. Okay.
Okay.
What about you? Is everything okay? Well, it's where the Mastermind's been hiding, right? Who knows if they set up traps or something. Can't say it isn't possible, but I really hope it's not true. You want to leave soon? There's still a lot of other places to check out. Yeah, good point. Let's not waste time. Let's go. Alright, we'll get out of here then. That is an interesting thing, though. As soon as the door to the data lab was closed, I heard a strange sound. The door just locked on its own?
Rattle, rattle.
Okay, that's not fair. He unlocked all the doors. You're right, it's locked, but why?
The data center is now restricted.
How? We would have had to pass someone unless they were in that panel on the ground. Okay, they probably hid in the panel on the ground and then got into the room that way. Monokuma?
No fair, you can't go around restricting whatever you feel like.
It's for your benefit, because if that room stays open, I won't be able to move around. Imagine how depressed everyone would get if the school mascot just up and stops moving. In that room, as you may have guessed, that's where my controls are. So right now, you're being operated by someone in that room. Correctamundo. But that doesn't make any sense. We were just in there, and we didn't see anyone. Counter-argument. Counter-argument. We could post someone outside of the data lab, and in that case, as long as that door is being watched, the person cannot leave. Therefore, we can gather everyone else up, and whoever isn't there is Monokuma. Assuming that that everyone who has died so far is in fact dead. That's how we solve that situation.
Right. Are you sure you were as thorough as you could have been?
The panel on the ground, that's what it is.
Did you happen to check a certain suspicious hatch in the ground?
Hatch on the floor.
That was your one big chance and you blew it.
I did investigate it! He just didn't open it!
Makoto! You're playing as Makoto. You're not
From the
playing
outside,
as you.
oh, it can't be open from the outside anyway, so whatever.
Now the officially restricted, so no more investigating. You just
That's
gotta
not
remember,
fair.
you're playing as Makoto, and it can't be opened from the outside anyway.
I don't want to hear this bullshit.
You're playing as Makoto. Makoto doesn't open that.
Makoto wouldn't open obvious hatch on ground.
Because he's busy looking at the control panels. Clearly.
I'll be relying on you guys to tell the others. Peace.
Oh well. He's gone,
but...
but... Was he really telling the truth? The mastermind was hiding in there?
If he's in there, stuck in there, that means the remaining people are the only ones possible who aren't him.
We can't just stand around this door all the time. We have an investigation. If we fail it, we die.
No, but we can restrict the one person who hasn't done anything on any other trial to watch a door.
Super rude.
Super rude, but it makes logical sense.
She said she wants to prove herself.
No. This makes logical sense.
No.
If we had everyone here right now, everyone would say, wait.
She said she wanted to prove herself. She doesn't want to rely on the others. She wants to do it herself.
No, I'm sorry.
You can't just tell her to go watch a door when she's trying to actually do something for once.
Okay, we take shifts then.
That's not hope. We have an investigation that we need to solve for the rest of our.
No, but this doesn't make sense, Logan. Your whole thing right there does not make sense.
Your whole thing doesn't make sense.
In this situation, it would make sense to watch that door because whoever comes out of it is the mastermind.
But what if they don't come out of it?
Then they wouldn't pop up at the Clash trial, and therefore, boom.
Just use Monokuma.
Yeah, but their human self would not be there.
Monokuma dressed as them.
Which would once again make it obvious.
Imagine Monokuma with Mondo's hair. I'm just saying, it would be flawless. Oh boy.
Actually, but making a stakeout would be the obvious choice in this situation.
Yeah, but they're not gonna do it.
But it would be the obvious choice. If we had Byakuya and Kyoko
is the
here.
obvious choice, they're not gonna do it, so let's just keep going.
If Byakuya and Kirigiri were here, they both would have made that obvious decision, like, hey, one of us needs to stand here.
But they're too busy investigating while we're standing here. We got locked to the control room, that proves it for sure. Because it's locked behind us.
Then when I said we should leave, that hatch couldn't be opened from the outside anyway, right? So it's not your fault.
Sorry.
Okay, anyway, we don't have to let it get to us. We have to stay positive and make the most of the time we have left.
Anyway, during this next trial, it's pretty much us versus the mastermind anyways, so something's about to end regardless.
One thing I'm good at is keeping my body moving. Okay, I'm gonna run around and tell everyone what we found here. Nice, you got me all motivated again. I would just stare at this door until she got back here and told me everyone she found.
We're one of the 3 main investigators. We need to be investigating. Only one way forward. What are we going
I'm just
next?
saying, it would make a lot of sense just to watch the door. It makes sense.
Very adamant on this door issue.
It is a big issue. Think about it.
Suddenly,
That
the entire
makes
game
way
falls
too
apart.
much sense. To just watch the door. Because now, the person could have left the room.
Yeah. Our goal isn't only to find out who Monokuma is, we also have to find the entire mystery of everything else. Not only in who killed Ikubawa. Saba. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. We have so many mysteries we have to get through.
Yeah.
We literally cannot afford to be standing around.
I understand that, but if the person comes out of the room, we see like it's Byakuya who comes out of the room, we just kill Byakuya.
That doesn't...
Then there's no one left to hold the Clash trial.
If it was that easy, there would be no killing game. We would have done that originally.
No, but that's the thing. We didn't know. But now that we do know, and we know that the person is physically in the room...
You think they would... You think the mastermind wouldn't have thought out something so obvious?
The hatch probably goes to a different area of the school. I understand that.
So, really, your logic falls apart once the hatch goes anywhere other than that room.
Yes. But it still doesn't make sense.
So assuming that hatch goes to a different part of the room, all I have to do is just show up somewhere else in the school and go, what's happening? What's going on? And then it's golden. Then they're golden. This entire argument is just falling apart around you. Oh yeah, have we been in the headmaster's room before?
No, this is the first time.
Right, because we were trying to break into it, but we didn't.
And that's when Toko decided, you know, pickaxe to...
dead body, yeah. I've heard an awful lot about this, but this will be my first time seeing it for myself. Ah, Makoto, it's you.
Oh, Byakuya. Well...
We have a lot of investigating to do, so let's go.
Hey, the sword! That's from the very beginning.
Maybe they have two identical swords. It's probably like a...
Yeah, he didn't make a comment about it.
Yeah.
But everything in this trophy case looks identical to the one downstairs in the gym.
Yeah, so it's either reused
They're
assets.
replicas.
Yeah.
Even in the headmaster room, there's a monitor. That's weird. Why would there be a monitor?
There's also a camera.
And there's a surveillance camera.
Which says that depending on how things went, Monokuma would eventually give access to this room.
Right. Scattered all over the floor. Somehow it makes me feel anxious.
Like something bad happened in here. There's a book, obviously, right there.
This is just, once again, proving that the headmaster wasn't the mastermind.
Hey, Makoto. Are you ignoring me? You think I'll forgive that just because you're you? When we get out of here, remember this moment.
I was ignoring you because half the time you don't want to talk to me anyway.
Well, now let's give him a talk. Well, you came to the right place this time. Would you like to see something interesting?
What do you mean, something interesting?
Take a look at this. It was on top of the pathetically ostentatious desk.
Student today
It's profiles for all of us, and Makuro.
So, in other words...
Apparently, Class 78 refers to us.
When we found Makuro's profile in Kyoko's room, then it's ripped out of this.
I see.
That's right, it also mentioned Class 78. This must be where Kyoko got that page.
Yep. We can clarify that from her attestment earlier.
And since the rest of our profiles are listed in there along with hers, there could be no doubt Makuro was a student here at Hope Speak Academy, just like the rest of us.
16th student. This must be how Kyoko learned about it.
But it seems that Kyoko was in a hurry.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about when she stole it. The uneven tearing, the way the paper had been crumpled, she must have been in a hurry.
Since she snuck in to get it, I'm sure she wanted to get out as fast as possible. What's your point?
She was in so much of a hurry that she only got the first page.
First page?
Correct. Makuro's profile actually contains 2 pages.
What?
So,
In other words, when it comes to this profile, there was more information about Makuro that we still didn't have.
Alright, what's the second half of the information?
Why do you ask me to explain every little thing? You can read, can't you?
I tried reading, but you stopped me.
Seems to be some sort of detailed report put together by the headmaster himself. I don't know what kind of man he was, but I'm glad he left such an interesting clue.
I was half listening to Byakuya as I skimmed through the report. Appeared suddenly in the background, an entity floats close, but just out of reach. The ultimate despair. Right now, I can't be sure if this is a single person or some kind of group. Whatever it is, Makuro definitely has some sort of connection to it. I have a bad feeling about all this. I need to push forward with my research into the ultimate despair. And I need to pay attention to Makuro's behavior, too. This is just my gut feeling, but I think she's dangerous. Despite the countless battle she must have gone through as a member of Fenrir, when she entered Hope's Peak, she didn't display any signs of battle wounds or scars. Fact alone proves her tremendous skill in battle. Naturally, I want to believe in her. She's one of my students after all. But if I decide she's a danger to the other students, I will be forced to take all responsible measures.
Reasonable.
Reasonable. Responsible.
Responsible
Makuro
matters,
was a part of the
I
ultimate
am the
despair.
headmaster.
I don't think there can be any doubt about it now, but wouldn't that mean Makuro and the Mastermind were allies? So why? Why would they kill Makuro? Plus, even the headmaster seemed to be afraid of what Makuro was capable of. They would have had to take her completely by surprise to kill her like that. Or maybe it means the Mastermind is even stronger than Makuro was.
What's wrong, Makoto?
That's fine.
You seem to be lost in thought, but I should probably point out one other thing. There's one important bit of information within the file that you should know.
What is it?
Did you notice the picture in there? Picture of a girl perhaps you've never seen before? A girl who seems to include as part of our class number 78?
Yeah, it's Makuro.
That should be enough for you to figure out who the girl is.
Yeah, her name's right next to her photo.
And further information about the girl is included in the file. 5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds, and even lists her vitals. 31, 22, 32.
What do you think? Like, if she has a nice body?
A hopeless idiot. What I'm trying to tell you is maybe you'll want to keep that in mind for later. Make your way back to the corpse and maybe you'll think, oh, what could that mean?
We're gonna go up to the corpse, see if it's the actual measurements.
There's a chance the body isn't actually Makuro, is that what he's saying?
It could have been a previous corpse. Just thrown here. Maybe the plant coughed it up.
I like your idea of previous... Maybe the plant coughed it up. Firstly, what I'm thinking seems all but impossible, but it wouldn't hurt to confirm, right?
It's all clear.
That's all I was trying to say. What you do with that information is your business.
So I'm back to being Byakuya's errand boy.
Oh.
Well, it works for me at this point.
It works for you, and also he's not nearly as forceful as he was at the beginning of the
Right.
game.
A bit of advice for me to use, so I just pay attention.
Advice? For me? You seem to be getting along with Kyoko quite well.
It's not that we're getting along, she's just done a lot to help me.
Don't put too much faith in her.
Hmm?
In other
The
words,
cost of that faith might be more than what you can afford.
What are you saying?
Which is what I think. Call it a hunch.
A hunch.
But my hunches tend to be proven right. The advice is free this time. Take it or don't, as you will.
Keep it in mind, thanks. Well, she definitely was aware of this beforehand. We don't know how many of her memories she has back, but I still trust her.
I think we've seen everything we needed to here. We still have a biolab to go to.
Yep, that's further up.
Yeah. I think we've been
The
everywhere
floor
here.
is this way.
Fifth and final floor.
Alright, so we need to check out
You
the
want to take a
dojo,
quick
the
peek
chem
into
lab.
that classroom, though? Maybe something
Yeah, we can
interesting?
look back in here.
I mean,
doubt there's
it's
anything
the
new.
one classroom that's worth taking a look into, if ever.
Nope, nothing new.
Okay. Still like 10 dead bodies. All good.
Everything's fine.
Tragedy refers to what happened here.
But the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history kind of seems like an overstatement. Right. At this point, we're thinking this is an overstatement. That's how you know you've been around this too long.
Well, the most tragic in human history might be an overstatement. Slightly.
Alright, this is another room we haven't... That's a tarp!
That's what you noticed?